One of the big stumbling blocks that paramedic students have in their field training is that they have all this knowledge swirling around in their heads, and sometimes getting it from the head to the hands isn't as easy or as fluid as they thought it would be. Keep in mind, this is a totally normal student thing. You are certainly not the first student to have this issue, and you definitely will not be the last. First things first, look in the mirror. Remember, the problem is yours. It's not your preceptors, it's not your partners, it's not the BLS crews, and it's not your paramedic school instructors. You need to critically appraise your own performance and talk to your FTO and ask, where's the disconnect? What am I doing wrong? What am I doing right? What do you think I need to do to improve? And ask them to be specific. From my years of being an FTO, I find that there are three things that lead a student to failing to get the job done or freezing up on calls. One is not delegating and utilizing your partners. That leads to not prioritizing and ultimately not getting anything done. I did a reel about this a week or two ago. Go check that out. Second, I commonly see the freezing up is due to not having mastered the didactic information from school. This is probably the most common problem I see in the underperforming student. They'll have a sick patient in front of them, and the student will have no idea what to do because, frankly, they don't have a clue other than the patient is sick. So they take that proverbial handful of spaghetti and they throw it against the wall, hoping that something's going to stick. And it's never in order, it's always sloppy, and it's not helpful. It never gets anything done. They'll be like, okay, I'm gonna start an IV, I'm gonna put a capnography cannula on, I'm gonna do a 12 lead, I'm gonna check a sugar, I'm gonna give a fluid bolus, oxygen, and then zero clue when the FTO asks, okay, what's your plan? Where are you going with all of this? This is very often due to the student not understanding the pathophysiology behind what is happening with the patient. Again, you need to know the why, not just the what. The third reason I see students get tripped up is because they're scared to make a decision, or they're scared that they're going to make the wrong decision and look stupid. First off, trust yourself. Neuroscience has shown that a student's first inkling is usually the correct answer. That translates to field training. If you know your material from school and you've assessed your patient, don't be afraid to tell your preceptor what you think is up and what you're going to do about it. And if it's not correct, that's okay because it's field training and that's what's supposed to happen in field training. As an FTO, I would much rather have a student make a decision and be off the mark than have a student who straight up can't make a decision. We can train and we can correct wrong decisions, and we can train assessments and digesting information and how to formulate a plan of attack to fixing your patient. But it is very, very difficult to change a student's psychology and correct indecisiveness. Trust yourself, be decisive, and be willing to accept that there are going to be times where you might be wrong, or your FTO would say, I don't know if I'd take that approach, but that's okay.